making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah.
Hi, this is Heather from Strings and Threads. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. Today is Things We're Making Thursday. Things We're Making Thursday is a year-long collab that started in January. Each month a free pattern is picked and we work on it throughout the month and show our progress every Thursday. Then at the end of the month, we show our finished projects, and I put together a slideshow of projects, everybody who sends me pictures of their projects, as well as those of you who place pictures of your finished projects on our Facebook page. So Things We're Making Thursday does have a Facebook page and it's growing and growing. I'm so excited about the community that we have here. We all share about yarny things, about this project, about other projects, about previous Things We're Making Thursday projects. It's a really nice group. I believe it's over 160, 170 members now. So feel free, I have a link to it in my description. Feel free to head over and join the group and join in our fun over there. And like I said, I'll take pictures of the projects that we're currently working on for that month. And at the end of the month, I'll show a slideshow of everybody's projects, whether you're a content creator or not. So this is something that we would like for everybody to participate in. If they were interested, whether you had a station that you posted content on or not. And I do want to say, as soon as I said that, it popped into my head that I didn't want anybody to feel pressure. This is a group that you can feel free to come in and out of. This is a no pressure, just for fun thing. If you're a content creator and you want to participate with us, we'll put your name on the list and your name will just stay on the list. Even if you have a month that you need to take off for whatever reason, whether it be the project or just personal life interfering. So for whatever reason you need to take a month off, it's perfectly fine. We're going to keep your name on the group. This is all just for fun. It's not like I'm going to fire anybody or not pay you for a month. We're not getting paid to do this. This is all just for fun. So if it's getting to be stressful or too much, then just take a break. If you're really excited about it, then join in. This is, like I said, just all for fun. Our jingle was made by Jess from J Hook Magic and her husband. They composed it and it gets stuck in my head all the time. I'm constantly singing it. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Jenna from Jenna Stitches, she's the one who created our Facebook group, so you can thank her. She did a really great job with that. And Jess did a nice job with the jingle too, so I'm really excited about those. It feels so official. We have a Facebook page, we have a jingle, so this is great. My buddy Gary here is helping me with the video today. Our pattern for this month was Gary the Giraffe, and it's a Premiere pattern. I think it was Premiere. It's a free pattern. All of the patterns we do are free patterns, so I'll list the pattern in the description below. If you would like to join in with us, please feel free. There's never too late to join. And if you don't get Gary done by the end of the month, just keep working on him. It's totally fine. Or if you think it's not enough time, wait till next month. This is a very casual group. We're all just in here to make friends, make projects, see how everybody's projects turn out, see how everybody puts their own spin on the projects. So this was my first Gary. I really got carried away. Jess from J Hook Magic, she keeps teasing me that I have an army of giraffes. And last week when I said that, I was actually, somebody had posted in the comments that a group of giraffes is officially called a tower. So I don't have an army of giraffes. I have a tower of giraffes, people. Sorry, I'm just being silly. But it is a tower. So I'm going to call him that from now on. So when we first got the pattern, I didn't have the right kind of yarn for it, but I was just looking through my stuff and I was looking for something that was comparable. And I had just come back from the Hobby Lobby clearance sale not too long before we started this project. And not knowing what I was going to be using it for, I picked up 4 skeins of this Cozy with a Twist from Yarn Bee, and that's the name of the color. And these are normally $6.99 a skein, and I got it for $1.87 a skein. So I got 4 of them. 4 was what they had left. I didn't think 4 would be enough because the pattern said how many yards it took. I don't remember offhand how many yards it does take. He's sticking his ear in my face. But yard-wise, YARD-wise, I didn't have enough according to the pattern to complete a Gary with the 4 skeins. So my plan was, on a lot of these amigurumi, you don't have to make each piece in the order that they put them in the pattern. So I made all the pieces that absolutely had to have the color the way it is. And then I saved the body for last. And if I didn't have enough yarn, wherever I ran out on the body, I was just going to use any kind of yarn I had in my stash and make it go all the way up and make it look like he was wearing a sweater. But I did have enough, and I actually had this much left over. So this was my first Gary made with that. And by the way, the other colors that I used, these are all Dollar Tree yarns. I forget what they call those velvet or whatever they call them. These are Dollar Tree yarns. So the tips of the horn, and here the hands, I didn't have enough of the brown and I had a white on hand, so I used white for the hands and then brown for that. And here's the tail. This Gary is really turned out really big. Now, I've been seeing on the Facebook page, people are complaining that their Gary's head is a little floppy, especially these bigger ones. And I think they will be. I did stuff my neck here. And when I hold Gary, you know, just kind of gingerly, his head is fine. But if I lean him a little bit, it gets a little floppy. So the head, I guess because the neck is just so skinny and the head is heavy, I don't think that you're going to have a perfect non-floppy head. But when my Gary sits, it's just kind of balanced in the right way that he looks like he's not floppy. But you know, if you're actually moving him, it does get a little floppy. But that first week I made this one, I completed it, and I was so addicted to the pattern that I made another one with yarn thread. This is size 30 yarn thread. I used to work with yarn thread a lot, and I've said before, my eyesight isn't as good as it used to be, so it was a little bit more difficult than when I was younger to work with it, but I was still able to manage it. Here's how he looks. And I did do a tail, but I couldn't get the fringe on it because of the thin being, or the crochet thread being a little bit too thin for me to be able to get that. So those were the 2 that I did the first week. And then last week I had to make a Gary with a sweater, just because I had in my mind, I thought that first big one was going to have a sweater, and now I just had to see how it looked with a sweater. So I used the Dollar Tree Just yarn to make the body. And then there's a shop around me called The Art of Recycle, and it's basically like a used, a reuse it shop for art supplies, sewing supplies, yarn. You know, there's a lot of stuff for crafts in there, woodworking stuff. You know, there's just a lot of hodgepodge of crafting items there at a discounted price. So I used this for the sweater. This was from The Art of Recycle, $1. I don't know what it was. But it was full when I got it. I used, you know, I did use some. And so here's how last week's Gary turned out. Because he was wearing a sweater, I didn't put a tail on him. But this turned out really cute. Now these smaller ones, I found the heads are not as floppy. Probably because they're not as heavy as with the thicker yarn. And this week I had to do another one because, like I said, I'm so addicted and I need to make my tower grow, my tower of giraffes. So I kind of wanted to make this one completely my own. So I made it pink. This is a girl, Gary. So what I did with her is I made the legs like this. The arms, instead of putting the main body color as the arms, I made it so that her shirt was long sleeved, and I just kind of put a little fringe right around her hand for the end of the long sleeves, and then a fringe around where the shirt ends and the neck starts. And then underneath here, the whole body is made with the shirt color. And then I believe it was somewhere around 16 to 18 stitches into the body. I just did a front post, back post, single crochet, I think. Yeah, it was single crochet to be the waistband. And I started it in the first row that I started that with, I did in the back loops only. And then in the front loops, I'm so sorry, I can't seem to talk today, I put the same yarn and I started the skirt in the front loop, and then I just kept going around with the skirt until it was as long as I wanted. So it kind of looks like she's wearing shorts under the skirt. But I just wanted to try something new, something a little different. So there's my fourth Gary, and I will probably make at least one more for next week. So these were a lot of fun. I really enjoy making amigurumi. I really enjoy putting my own spin on each of the amigurumi too, trying to, see how they made it and see what I could do to make it a little different. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for all of you who are a part of Things We're Making Thursday. Thank you for all of those who are our cheering squad for Things We're Making Thursday. If you're not already subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe and become part of all of the yarny fun that we have on this channel. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.